What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Raid Chat podcast, number 5. We're on episode 5. 1 and 2 was really good. Episode 1 broke 200 views. Episode 2 is sitting like close to 150. Episode 4 looks like it might pop off. It's like 80 views in a day, which is pretty lit. So we should be rolling with
Let's
that.
fucking
But
go.
on this episode, as you can tell, with this lit ass fucking background I made, we're down for another anime episode. We're going to talk about 3 of our, I guess, animes to look out for this season. And yeah, let's get into it. So what's the first one we had on the list for
I got a phone call. Hold up. Yo, I'm doing a podcast right now.
Yeah.
Can you call me back? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, big news.
Cool, thank you. See you later.
Yeah,
Money talk.
So our 200 views bought Richard a Switch. I don't know how that math works out.
The YouTube money.
Each view's a buck. Each
Yeah.
view's a buck.
Yeah, the views a buck, so it bought Richard a Switch. So we want to thank you guys for that. Because
Yeah, I want to thank you guys. Thank you so much for this great community here.
Oh, yeah.
Big claps.
R.I.P. to headphone users.
All right, let's proceed.
Yeah. Before we do get into it though, you guys gotta follow the Raid Chat Twitter. I'm so dead at it.
Yeah,
That
follow
shit-
it.
They're popping off. I'm putting that shit in the link this time. I didn't put in the last video because I was lazy, but this time I'm doing it.
I didn't
Everybody
put
go back.
any of our social medias.
Yeah.
We also have a Reddit and hopefully an Instagram coming up soon. So everybody just
The
look
fuck
out
we
for all
taking-
that
what the
stuff.
fuck we
Insta.
taking- What are we taking pictures
Those
of?
are big moves. Deli, take pictures of like when
We're
you're
making money.
editing and shit, and you're munching on some Chipotle like half asleep. Like,
I could do that.
The usual.
Back to the account.
Behind the scenes.
Alright, so as we all know, spring 2019 has started, and we have 3 big anime.
It is
We're
in
gonna
full
start
swing.
with Fairy Gone. Can someone give me like a synopsis for that? Because I'm not. I just watched
JoJo's?
today.
JoJo's with fairies. That's
Yeah,
about
pretty
it.
much. It's like a post-war universe, and they took like these fairy organs from animals and implemented. They put them into people, and they got these powers they use to fight. So far, it's only two episodes in at the time of this recording. I like it. I think it was my pick for like the big anime of this season.
Really?
Other than like One Punch, which we'll cover later, like the big new anime.
yeah, like
Um,
non-continuations. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like originals.
I think my opinion so far, the fighting has been cool. The story's a little slow right now and like hard to keep up. And like if you don't really know the background, if you didn't read like a synopsis before, it is a little hard to know where it's going.
It wasn't a. Honestly, there have been way worse first episodes.
Oh,
Like
Yeah,
the first
definitely.
episode, which was the only one I watched, like it just I don't know, it kind of didn't like I don't know. I feel like they showed the fairies, they showed them fighting, and they kind of like, all right, this is what's going on. They got the little exposition out the way, about a little backstory, then they start, first scene kind of cuts, first little part, and it's just like I don't know, it didn't grab me at all. Like I was just like,
it does
eh.
not grab at you. yeah.
My thing is like it's very interesting because like I like the post like war, but also just like spirit like supernatural stuff. But like my thing with you said the fighting was really good. My thing is like the 3D fighting. Like they use like a lot of 3D for like the fairies and stuff, and that's just kind of jarring. And I've noticed that with the other anime that we're going to talk about later. But
It
like,
it is kind of hard to keep up with the fighting. I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Like the 3D seemed like the CGI.
it was definitely
just-
budgeted.
It seemed like it's like the CG that they used to do like a few years ago, where it's like it's so jarring, and it seems like it's almost like the frame rate of the show. Like you see them fighting, and it's like it's
They can't keep
smoother,
up.
but then the CGI is like it almost seems like it's stuttering. Like it seems
Yeah.
like somebody's like school project. Like it's so like it's not smooth at all. Like it's
Don't-
so just like two like just sculpted 3D things like just awkwardly swinging at each other. They seem totally like robotic and like
And they're all black too, so they almost like just
Yeah.
morph together when they're fighting too, because they're just moving so fast. They never really stand still or anything.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like
because when they
one
stand
big
still, you
blob.
look at them, you're like, that
Like,
looks
they're
like fucking
like
dog shit.
Yeah, and then, to be fair, I have PTSD from Berserk 2016 or 2017.
Factual. That's what it reminded me of. That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of that, like, really, like, 2 or 3 years ago when they started, like, really trying to do CG for, like, all the show, or, like, a majority of it.
Yeah.
And it was, like, that really, really bad, like, the color didn't look right. The shading is either too dark or it's, like, faded. Like, it doesn't, it always seems like it's edited in. Like, it doesn't, like, it doesn't help that the action in the show is like, all right, let's summon the fairy things to fight, and they summon them and they fight each other, and then they just start fighting each other anyway. So it's like, what the fuck is even the point?
Well,
like they're separately fighting.
But that's the thing too. Like I like watching JoJo's. I've always wanted to see them like fight independent of the stand as well. Like they use their stand to like throw off the enemy and then go in with like a couple like quick hits.
Yeah,
that's the kind of thing that I like, and
where sometimes they have like direct confrontation that they don't expect. Like
so they just like run up and like punch a dude in the face or like kick him.
Yeah, or they throw something, like they do something real that's not with their stand, like to kind of juxtapose the always like just the stands like fighting.
Yeah,
but I mean with this, it was just like it just seemed so. I don't know. I mean, they'll probably expand upon it. Like each like fairy will probably have like some it's gonna be some sort of like these are their natures or the type.
No, definitely, yeah.
It'll be like a stand where it's like
when the girl with the girl with like the rifle when she finally got hers, I think
hers
like that kind of like hinted that it's like about their personality, which is like JoJo's. It's kind of I think
also something that you didn't get was like, so the fairies are like beating the fucking shit out of each other, right? And fucking deflecting bullets. And then she grabs them and burns their hands. And then the dude's like, ow, that hurt. And I'm like, wait a minute. So it didn't hurt when you guys are beating the fucking shit out of each other. But as soon as she like burns you. Yeah,
that
like,
might be her power.
Like, I guess that's maybe just a lack of explanation.
Because
but I have a feeling.
There's no color in the other ones. Or her all arms are orange.
So like, yeah, maybe she has some sort of thing to affect the user too, and that's what makes hers good. I was
but like watching. I don't think the fairies ever hit each other once. They all just like clash, and I think like even if like it clashes, it's like a slight pain, but you get used to it. But like having your arm burn is probably a whole different story.
In the second episode, she gets both her arms cut off.
Right.
Oh, really?
And she felt it.
Oh, I haven't watched the second episode. I only watched episode 1. But
I guess when it comes to that, it just depends how other. Like she wasn't used to it. She was pretty much incapacitated at that point. While the other dude, he got his fairy beat up a couple times, but he was able. I
think the wolf is kind of cool, just a little bit. Like they showed like him during the war, and they're like storming like a castle or something, and he used it to like take out a bunch of guards to get to another fairy user. Yeah. So I mean, that was kind of cool.
I like the part where it's when he first gets it implanted into him. And he's looking at it in the test.
Oh yeah. I think
how it reacts to him.
Mm-hmm. And they all look the same. So I think like back to it's their. It's like it's based on their personality or like who they are really on the inside. Like I think in theory the show has potential. It's just how they execute it.
I got some vibes from like if you ever watch Gangsta. It was a really good show. Oh
yeah, Gangsta, yeah.
Yeah, but then it ended up getting canceled.
Dude,
I feel like this
going bankrupt. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this show. I mean, it's gonna be okay unless they're like somehow able to improve.
The opening to the show is actually kind of decent. Too.
Oh yeah, I did like it.
The music was pretty sick, and like I like the like fairy tale, not like fairy tale, but like a fairy tale has like kind of art style to it.
I get like a Fate vibe from this show.
Yeah,
I kind of wanted that. And then like I watched the show and I was like, I don't know, like
even like the pacing, it reminds me a lot of Fate series.
Yeah.
Like the action kind of reminds me of like, or it doesn't even remind me of anything. It's just like I have a feeling we're gonna see a lot of like just CGI shit fighting each other. Like,
yeah,
it's not,
and that's
I have a feeling
and that's
that'll
the
be
thing.
like the major weakness of the show is that
Yeah.
making that shit,
cut
like,
corners with CGI.
making that shit look nice, especially because like that's the opening of the show. That's the pilot. So like that's what they're showing. It's like here's your first taste of it,
Mhm.
and I'm like, nah.
Yeah. I thought
I'm like, I'm
like,
not
the,
really feeling
if
this.
the main things that are fighting are gonna be the stands, like I would want those to look good. Like the people fighting look good. They looked okay.
Yeah, they look.
Like,
They actually
The, the dude with the two swords, like
Yeah,
it's
that
kind of cool.
Yeah,
That would be
Yeah.
right.
they had
And
they
the
had
stands,
pretty
like,
decent. Go ahead, sir.
That shit was like not. That was not it, Chief. I don't know. I was not feeling the CGI whatever. Fight.
I really don't fuck with this. Like, let's just make the fucking like. I don't know. It just takes away from the fucking show. Like, it's so jarring to go from like
2D to CG.
you know a competently like animated and directed like fight, kind of like with some choreography. They're kind of blocking blows, whatever, and then it just cuts to some CGI shit, and it's just like
they're
it's like
not
a totally
doing
different
anything-
show.
They're not doing anything like impressive when the stand, like I keep calling them stands, when the fairies are attacking.
No,
They-
you said
they're
you
just like-
flash each other.
Yeah, they just clash or like do one swipe and then run away.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it's
wow,
not like
yeah,
Yeah,
they
and
have
they
some
just like
superpower.
charge and hit, and the other one goes
Yeah.
flying or blocks it
Yeah.
with it. Not even like a cool block. Like they
Yeah.
just block it. Like put both your arms up.
And
Like,
then like
you know
and
in
then-
Dragon Ball Z when they fight and they punch and they just like
Yeah.
block by like putting both their arms up. It's
Yeah.
kind of like that, where it's just like the fighting choreography of them is just, even if it's good, I couldn't tell because it's just it's not appealing.
yeah,
Like, I don't get
then-
why any animation studio would commit to a full CG. Like, either just do the whole fucking show in it, or just.
I'm glad it's not all in it.
It's probably
like,
to
all-
cut corners. To be
Dude,
honest with you.
Dude, there's a show on like Netflix. Like it wasn't even really that good. It was it's called like some I can't remember what it was about. Some cyborg like shit. I don't not even cyborg. It was like
Finlock?
some future shit. No, it was future shit mixed with like some parasite thing, and like it was all CG, and it looked good. Like
Oh,
there's all CG shows that look nice, but like
No, Nice is. I didn't like that. I did not like the CG. in
no,
that.
not Knights of Sidonia. It was
I
a different
Gen.
Genlock?
No. It was called like fuck. I can't remember what it was called. It was like
a movie.
no, it was like that
was
thing
on
where there
Netflix.
was
I
like
know
this
what you're talking
arrow
about.
thing. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? That show looked good. Like, that wasn't bad. Like that was well made, like full show and like CGI. Like
If we're going to talk about like shows that are really good in CGI, Ruby, if you've ever seen it, is pretty good in CGI.
Like
now,
Ruby. Early Ruby was.
Early Ruby was doo doo. Yes, I agree. Like 5 minute
I
episodes.
I put
Ruby.
respect on it because like the story like actually kind of didn't suck. Now I haven't watched because that's just kind of ass.
But like Ruby's like when Ruby did fight scenes, they did them really well because like what's his name, the original creator was really good at doing like CGI fight scenes. So whenever they did a proper fight scene, it was fantastic, even if it was CG.
Okay, so final
And
verdict
this-
on Fairygon. We're gonna.
Eh,
I'm saying I'm giving it an eh. It could definitely change
with
my
potential.
mind. I feel like
Yep.
I haven't watched episode 2, but the way it's been paced, it seems like it might be a 25 season. So
I think it's gonna be a 25.
if
I'm
it is,
gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep watching it.
yeah,
honestly,
I'll
Yeah.
keep track, but unless someone tells me like it's crazy, then I'm
out of 10, I'm gonna rate the first episode
6,
like
5,
a solid 5.
6 or
I
5.
I think it's gonna stay like 6ish. I think that's what I'm gonna give it as
Uh-huh.
well. I think it's gonna like throughout the whole show. I think it's gonna have its ups and downs, so it's gonna stay in that 6ish range.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think it'll end up being like it's probably just gonna end up being something like forgettable that we kind of just like Oh, remember Fairy Gone? Like that show was kind of lit. Like
it's gonna be one of those shows we reference when we talk about other shows in the future.
Yeah,
like,
Did you guys did you guys watch the Fairy Gone ripoff JoJo's Bizarre Adventures?
yeah.
Never that. Okay, so moving on to the next show. Honestly, I don't know if I just haven't really kept track of anime coming out this season, but these not really too many shows like standalone like could be something big this season. Like we got like spoiled by like Shield Hero and
last season was really good.
Yeah, so it's hard to get that up.
There was something on the Twitter. Yep. Somebody was like, "This season is just so underwhelming," and I think it's coming after such a good season.
Mm-hmm.
And
if
it's
anything,
because
oh, go ahead, David.
Well, I mean. Yeah, but the only good ones we have so far are Punch, and like other ones are coming up at the end of April, like Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah,
but those are continuations. Like last season had Shield Hero and Promised Neverland. Mm-hmm. Even Slime, if you want to count that, but like Promised Neverland and Shield Hero are the main ones, and those were really good.
Yeah.
So going into. In terms of the new one, I think would probably be the best one this season. Demon Slayer. I don't know the rest of the name. I'm not going to try to pronounce it.
Hold on, I have it up on Verve. Let me go look at it real quick.
Pull it up.
You remember Greg was like, "Yo, sing me the song. I'll look it up in Japanese."
I'm trying to find that one song.
Okay. So, and you were like, he was like, "Sing it."
I don't know the words of this, man.
I'll find it.
I just know how the beat goes, but yeah. So I think
it is called Demon Slayer Kimisu no Yaiba.
Hey, we tried. You gotta give us.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
we'll call it Demon Slayer. So,
Demon Slayer.
So if I had to give it a pick, I'd probably say this would be the one for a new one. I think One Punch in the end might beat its story, but in terms of new things for this season, I'll say this would probably be the pick to be it.
Yeah,
just cause,
I think this will be the big new show.
Yeah, I didn't really give an intake to Fairy Gone because there's not really too much. I didn't watch really, so I don't really know what happened. But for this one, if you're new and haven't watched it, it's what's the main character's name again?
Good question.
Okay, you know what?
guys, we did our research.
No, we watched it. It's one of those shows where the main character's name is like really complicated.
I think it starts with like an N.
Maybe.
Or is that his sister's name?
No, his sister's name starts with an N.
Nezuko. Her name's Nezuko.
Nezuko, yeah.
I don't know the main guy's name. Nezuko's brother.
Yeah, but anyway.
But yeah,
whole family gets murked by some fucking.
So yeah, I was about to say.
All right, let's just give a recap of what's happened.
So like, you have the main character. He lives like a family of like 5 or something, and he's just like a really nice kid. He works hard to support his family. They live like in the mountains or something.
He sells charcoal.
He sells charcoal for
feels bad.
That's a big
hustle.
That's a hustle though. So then one day he goes home and he decides to spend the night somewhere because this guy tells him like, "Yo, you know, demons are out."
It's not safe to travel.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Demons are out. And he's like, "Okay, I'll spend the night." Spends the night. And he comes home. His whole family's dead, and which is such a big. It's such a feels bad because they get such like a good like introduction. They get like such a happy.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see it coming. You kind of get. You don't really see it coming.
To be fair, they didn't give him like to have him die in the first episode. I didn't feel that much emotionally attached. Like, it was cute, but like I was like,
just seeing like a family,
yeah,
like that. I don't know. That just hit like you could feel the emotion. Like I can describe this show as like a burst of emotions to be cliche, because it just hits you out of nowhere. It's like here's this family. By the way, dead.
Yeah. By the way, his sister got turned into a demon. So he a bunch of stuff basically happens, and I don't want to spoil the rest, but it's basically what you need to know. His sister's a demon. It's a little bit. So now his like goal is to like bring his sister back and turn her into a not demon, bring her back to being a human.
Fix her, yeah.
But in terms of reviewing the show itself, I think the biggest thing that like hit me was the art style, like how it looks so different. I
think it was in the second episode when it's like in the front and the background. I think it was amazing. I love the art in this show.
Yeah, like that really shows us the difference between like
Fairy God.
It was like it's day and night, honestly.
The juxtaposition between watching that and then watching Fairy God. See, shows like that spoil you because you watch that and it has such an identity of like how it wants to look and how it wants to portray itself, its action, its character design, like is all like has a unique style. But with Fairy God, like everybody looks like, you know, everyone just kind of looks like your typical like
generic character,
steampunky kind of like revolutionary era like character, like like no one really looks like that unique. And I'm not even saying unique as in like, oh, this dude has an eye patch. Like that's not fucking unique. That's just like a piece of clothing. I'm talking like someone has like a distinct like
the big ass scar on his forehead.
Yeah, like or like specific eye color or like just like different sizes and shapes of like people's like bodies. Not everyone looks like carbon fucking copies of each other. Like no one, everyone just looks like a similar male character and all
his name was Tanjiro.
Yeah.
You also got to chalk it up to a Ufotable show. Like Ufotable shows are are like known for having really striking character designs. They're very like unique.
What else do they make?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I
forgot.
I need to like. That's like probably the next thing I have to learn about when I critique shows. Just know who it's coming from.
Yeah, so like when we talk about One Punch Man, they were made by Production IG. Fairy God's made by PA Works, and this one's made by Ufotable.
That's how you know it's going to be like an American name as a company.
Yeah. So Production IG makes fucking fantastic.
That's how some people could tell if a show's going to be good or not. They instantly tell what the production company is. And they're like, oh, that's a good one. It's always, whatchamacallit, the ones that did, like, No Game, No Life. What are they called?
Yeah. I think that's Ufotable. Actually. Yeah, hold on. Let me go look it up real quick.
The intro... the intro when they showed in the second episode was fire.
Yeah,
like the way,
water.
Like they show like some sort of like some sort of sword shit that he's gonna learn or whatever, and that's kind of like a feature part of it. And like people's attacks, like they have like specific like very like it pops out on the screen.
Madhouse did.
Madhouse, that's what it is.
Or some shit like that. It's not like energy. It's almost like it's weird. Like his shit's like a wave, and it's like drawn in like this specific like time period style to the show. So it like fits it perfectly.
But
it's
I also
very
think,
aesthetic.
Like, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's very aesthetically pleasing. Everything about the show.
But I also think it's just gonna be like that's just like for the intro only. But I don't know. I couldn't tell because like everyone else had a different like slash style too. Like the yellow guy had like a lightning type.
Do you guys think this is gonna be like a long haul and it'd be like a 2-season?
I feel like it's gonna be like a one
25 episodes.
Yeah, you said a 25. I mean, if you think about it, like Shield had a great show, but I think it's just going to be a 25 as well.
Yeah.
What was that one show that you guys watched, which was like about a dude who used to be in the military that used to be like really good, then he got out, then he was with that little kid. Do you know?
Golden Kamuy, but I didn't finish it. I got to finish it.
I didn't finish it, but Golden Kamuy
that's the kind of vibe I got from it.
Done.
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's a the time period is like like they don't have did they have guns and shit?
They had guns but no demons.
Yeah.
I got a ReZero vibe from the show.
So, I'm looking up Ufotable's like production work. They do a lot of video game adaptations, but they also did Fate Stay Night.
Ooh,
okay.
Yeah, that's like their main thing, like Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night.
That's why I remember talking about that. I was kind of excited because I was like, oh, they did Fate. Fate's like lit as fuck.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
So I know the like, visuals hit, but like in terms of story, I think it's good. It's good right now.
See, it sucks.
It'll get better, but I think it's like in a good spot because like
I think the pacing's a little better than like Fairy Gone. I think the pacing's it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it started off weird because like I was like, who like, who is this? Who's their family? And like, oh, the family. Oh, they died. I was like, oh, this pacing's kind of weird, but you know,
There's
definitely
like
get
a
better.
background.
It
Yeah,
didn't want
it's
to
gonna get
linger
better.
too much because it's like that's not the. It wanted to just show like the whole point of the story is like after this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you kind of don't need to know anything about. You kind of just need to know that like his family's dead. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of it's trying to the series seems like it doesn't want to linger too much at all on stuff that is not important to like the plot or like character development. It's like
Right, because it's
like
the older brother
traveling
and the
somewhere,
sister.
or like
Yeah.
like if it doesn't have something to do with some of the the characters and how they interact, and
Yeah.
their growth,
I think-
like it doesn't want to linger on it at all.
They do a good job with like him. He has like a unique character like feel about him. Like it's like you know like what he is or what he's like what he's about for now. And then his sister, you can like you feel like that like bond between them and stuff. It's like really like it's not like something where it's like it's just kind of written and it's like, oh, this is just how it is. Like you kind of like feel it there. But I think that whoever this new guy in the second episode, guy with the mask, hopefully he gets a little more. Hopefully he's just not like a strict asshole. He needs like some kind of he needs a backstory.
I mean,
I think
it's 'cause
at the end, it showed where he like reads the letter.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it
from
showed-
Oh,
Yeah, from the
yeah, and
other
it
dude.
says it tells him that this kid also has the same sense of smell, like the powerful sense of smell that he
Yeah,
has.
yeah.
okay. I missed
So I
that.
think there's gonna be a really like big bond. I think it's gonna be like a big thing of the story.
You see that in the
some,
in
some
in the
dry
beginning, too.
Naruto shit.
Hell
You
yeah.
see that again too. Like
Don't do that. Don't do that.
he's going into the town and he's like, "Here, sniff this." I'm like, "Why would he fucking sniff it?" And then he sniffs it and he's like, "Oh, I smell a cat." And I was like, "How the fuck did you get that from a broken vase?"
Yeah.
So like they show that off in the beginning, but
Mhm.
you know,
Oh yeah,
It,
yeah.
it probably means something like as to why.
mhm.
He was smelling out like the traps when he just left him in the mountain.
Also,
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I
except by
can
humans
smell
is
and know where
different.
they are,
fun.
but doesn't mean I'm athletic enough to dodge them.
Fun little tidbit. My boy Giyu, the first guy you meet in the second season, in the first episode, he's voiced by Reagan from One Punch Man.
I can tell.
Reagan.
I think-
I did not know
Psycho.
that.
Psycho. They get confused because they're made by the same guy.
Yeah. The main character sounded like he was voiced by Deku, but I couldn't tell.
I would have to. go
Yeah,
back and
no,
look at that,
wait,
but
I would not be
They have the
surprised. That
same,
does that.
Yeah,
They-
the same
they-
like
they're
Like-
similar,
Like when
characters.
when he's talking like like when he's like very desperate and when he talks like and he's like kind of like emotionally distraught in those situations, like he sounds exactly
like Deku.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like trying to like passionately tell somebody something or explain something. Like it sounds exactly like.
Hopefully, like fight scenes. I'm assuming the fight scenes will get better because I mean that art is just—it's too much to like not have a good fight scene. That'd be
Yeah, that'd be so disappointing if there
I hope
weren't
it's, like,
good fight
animated. I hope
scenes.
It's not like just like moving pictures. That would be kind of funny.
I also noticed that like it's kind of hard to notice, but just on certain parts, like when he was running and he turned, he slid. You can see a bit of CG. So I hope we don't,
Yeah,
like,
they do
rely-
it for when people are like far away.
Yeah,
Like when he's like when they just show like him walking in the woods to like
Yeah, he's,
travel
like-
somewhere for like 3 seconds, like he's CG. But
Yeah.
they do it so that way he's far away, so that way
Mhm.
it's
Blend it
not.
well.
Yeah,
And they put like snow or like some sort of effect to kind of hide it, just because it's like a transitional thing. But it's so funny that they like got to save that money.
Oh, of course, come on, man.
yeah.
It's
That,
just-
I would
It's not obvious.
I would almost-
That's the best thing.
Mhm.
I would almost rather them like fucking like I would almost rather them fucking delay these fucking see what sucks is that they have like time schedules for like when these series need to be done.
yep.
And they have like such an industry built around them because I would literally just say like dude, delay this a fucking year if you have to. And make it all anime. Like fuck all this CG shit. Like get this
I guess
shit out of here.
the only problem with anime companies is that once they're done with one, they want to try and pick up another one, like another book or whatever, to make an adaptation about as fast as possible. Because I mean, that's how they're gonna get popular. That's how people like Madhouse get their business. They finish one, they pop it out, they did it really good, and then they just go through all of them. Unlike
I mean, that's
video
why
games.
that's why Madhouse has that controversy going on though, where they like overwork their Your employees trying to get those animes out as fast as possible, baby.
And without pay, like I feel like
pay,
these animes are making money from branding and just like having their name out there. Like they did One Punch, right?
Yeah, they did One Punch season 1.
Yeah, One Punch is such a big show. Like how can you not pay your employees?
Well, it sucks because it's such a long, expensive like process just to do one show that they have to monitor. Like, cause you think about it, like especially a few years ago, like anime was so like, especially in the US, like pirated like fucking crazy. Like no one fucking like before like Verve and like Crunchyroll were really like prominent, like kind of like they are now. Like literally the US was just like no one, like it was a joke if you actually had Crunchyroll. Like everyone pirated it. Like no one fucking paid for it.
Remember, I used Kiss Anime for the first like 2 years of my anime life.
I used
destroyed my computer.
I used
Kiss viruses.
Yeah.
I used Kiss Anime through my entire like high school career. I only just now started using Verve, actually. I used to consume all my anime through that.
I used to use Kiss Anime and watch cartoon. I used to watch another one called Watch Anime On, but that just blew up my computer with viruses.
Like I use Kiss Anime on my phone, so it never gives me an actual virus.
I'd say the only issue of is because Japan doesn't make their shows as available to us as we'd like them to. We could only either watch them through Funimation, which you gotta get that on cable, or now Crunchyroll, which makes it a little easier. But still,
Funimation has their own like watching streaming service. So
I'd say it's only until Crunchyroll start getting the bigger shows on their platform that
the problem
people stop.
Is that like I saw somebody talking about like streaming services for anime and how they're so big now. Like they're kind of doing what regular streaming services do, where like they buy exclusive rights to like they'll pay a shit ton of extra money to like a production company to be like, this movie is gonna be on fucking Netflix. This movie is gonna be on fucking Hulu. You know what I mean? Like, fuck all these other platforms. You're only on ours. Like, and that's what Crunchyroll and like in fucking Funimation do.
I mean, if someone's gonna give you like a bag, like a big bag, they'll like put you exclusively on their site. Like, you'll probably do it.
Oh,
but like, yeah, the thing is too.
It's so fractured, but that's the reason why like it like all like the productions, like all the production that's actually in Japan like doesn't make as much money as they should, is because like say if you have Crunchyroll and something's only on fucking Funimation, you're going to Kiss Anime. You're not gonna have like $30-$40 in subscriptions to like all these services.
Like, the thing about that too is like when like Verve was Verve is still popping, but Funimation and Crunchyroll actually used to be intertwined on Verve. So you would get Funimation shows as well as Crunchyroll shows. So like if you wanted to watch a dub of something, you would go like on Funimation's side of Verve and you can watch any dubbed anime on there. But for some reason they split off and now you don't have a lot of the shows on Verve as you used to.
Oh,
like
because they realized like, hey, wait a minute, like what's the point in having what's the point in coming to Funimation when you could just get Verve and get both?
Yeah,
so they were just like, oh wait, fuck off.
It's just a money move. But one thing, like Funimation is now like in bed with Hulu.
Yeah,
and a lot of stuff is going to there. So I feel like Crunchyroll is kind of falling behind. They need to, I don't know, partner with Netflix or something.
I was watching Verve and I was trying to watch Fairy Gone. I was like, oh, it's a Funimation show, so that's why it's not on Verve. That's why I watched it on Kiss Anime.
And it comes out like early on Hulu or something like that as well.
Yeah,
have some big right
same
like that.
time, like they promote like same time. Every
you get a simulcast on Hulu.
I think One Punch is Hulu.
Yeah,
One Punch is Hulu.
I know, like the first season is on Netflix.
And Crunchyroll.
No, it's not.
Hulu?
It's not.
It's not on Crunchyroll.
Let me
$5.99 a month with ads, and then $12.99 a month without.
But also, they have the thing with Spotify where it's like $5-$6 for both.
Oh, but you have the ads still.
Oh, of course, and it's fucking. I think it's stupid. I have to right before this, I was watching One Punch. I was like, "This is going to take me like 40 minutes to watch because I have to watch 3, 4, 5 minutes of ads.
That's why I did it. That's why I watched it on Squatch Cartoon.
On that note, I watched a video talking about like either people are gonna have to go towards ads like they are on YouTube where everything's free. You just get fucking advertisements shoved down your throat, or you pay a membership fee but there's no ad. And honestly, I feel like the no ads but I pay a fee is better, because then you don't get the advertisement bullshit where like, oh, they can't have this show because this show the advertisers don't like, or there's some controversy. Like with Netflix, they can literally just be like, yeah, we'll have a show about some crazy shit, because who the fuck are we gonna answer to? Nobody. Like, you pay, and that's better. We give you content.
That's better for us for the consumer, but if it's free and it's just hella ads, that's better for the makers, the producers of each show, because they're going to make more money if ads there are.
As long as they get the money and make good animations, I give.
Right? Just keep chugging out content, and we'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we went off on that big tangent,
tangents on tangents.
Demon Slayer. What are we putting that at?
I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 7 or 8, 7.5. I'll give it 9.5.
On the heat meter, we're giving it an 8. It's sizzling.
Yeah,
popping.
It's up, dude. It's what
the grease is popping off and hitting me in the eye.
I'd probably put around 7.5 to 8. It'll definitely shoot up to 9, 10 once we see a little bit more and find out.
It has really good potential. Like, the groundwork is there for a great for the series of the season. Like, it's there. The ground.
Yeah, it'll be there. Okay, so moving into the last anime, the last big one to talk about, One Punch Man Season 2. I don't think we talked about it in the other anime podcast. We mentioned it, but I don't think
we didn't talk about it.
It wasn't out yet.
It was not out yet. So Season 2 of One Punch Man is now out. The first episode, I thought it was funny. I thought the first episode was funny.
With King?
King. I thought
I thought that was pretty funny.
It was funny, but like, I don't know. Like,
I still feel annoyed.
I still feel.
Let's get the complaints out the way first.
I don't like the art.
The art, not good. The metal,
not even the
metal.
Art,
so you could tell it's a different production company, and they changed these little things.
Yeah.
But just
little things about people's characters, like in certain angles, just look like it. You could tell that it's different, and it's kind of it's not that bad. Like, you can get past it if you like it enough. You can kind of just ignore it.
Yeah.
But you still notice it. It's enough to notice.
It won't have the same soul.
Yeah, exactly. Because in Season 1, you notice how they would change art style to make it comedic.
Yeah, and then this one is just like, Saitama's doing that dumb face he makes, or he's doing the really anime face he makes.
And they did it only once or twice.
Season
1 all the time.
Yeah, and then the second episode they've only seen maybe 2 times, but that's not it's not that big a deal. But still, you just kind of see how different it is.
And he's not as derpy.
The second episode, I think the second episode, redeemed the bad, like the trailer thing and the stuff in the first episode that we were kind of like, with the Genos and the robot, we were like, oh my god. I feel like the second episode tried to show that
we're still good.
They can get the attributes right. Like, they can hit the beats. Like I still laughed at the stuff the way he was interacting with her.
Mm-hmm.
In the whole he has to be respectful and the faction thing, and about how he just didn't give.
He just doesn't care. And the ending was pretty funny too with King.
Oh yeah,
a little B cap on One Punch so far in this season. It's not really much, honestly. The first episode was just King, and you find out he's not anything.
Well,
he's getting credit.
Fought some robot. Yeah. Fought some android robot thing.
King
broke it down, got some upgrades.
King was there since Saitama had his base hair. When
he got saved by Saitama. That was pretty cool.
He's actually been taking credit for all of Saitama's victories.
Yeah, that's why he's been accidentally there.
That's the most annoying thing, to be honest. It's kind of irritating just because everyone still believes he's such a badass, even though he's just a pussy.
It's the scars. That's what it is.
Yeah,
he got anybody with scars over there, badass. No at me.
Confirm.
Do you think he's gonna get exposed?
Yeah,
probably not.
Yeah, no, I don't
think so.
They're gonna let him keep his place.
He might be the meme. It's like the meme that like Saitama doesn't get the credit, but then it's the meme that he gets all the credit. And like
I think eventually it'll come to light. Like the King should eventually will.
Because you kind of notice how in season 1 Saitama lets the other heroes take kind of credit for defeating the water dude.
The most defeated, even though he's still getting credit, but he doesn't claim it.
They even said it in the second episode.
People must be seeing like you beat them.
The most like the funny aspect of like Saitama doesn't really care is that when he beat the Sea King, he basically like went on a rant about you guys are being fucking what's the word ungrateful on purpose. So he would shift the blame to somebody else.
Oh yeah, he gave what was it, dude? The writer? What was
Moomin Rider? Yeah, he gave Moomin Rider the credit.
The strongest hero to ever exist.
Because the citizens started going like, "Wow, this are what our heroes are. They're just a bunch of weaklings, and then this guy can go ahead and just kill them all at once. That means our heroes are pretty much useless." And that's when Saitama was kind of like, "Come on."
Good thing he weakened him for me, so I took him out in one shot and stole. That I don't know, like that. The Moon Rider shit was like I don't even.
That was a great meme.
It was such a well executed scene in like story point for him. Like it really drove home that like he doesn't care and he's willing to give up like any semblance of like I'm this great hero that everyone likes because he still aspires that like he still kind of wants a fan club. Like he even said before that like when people were like weren't talking about him or whatever, when Genos got all the letters, he was kind of pissed. Like
he got annoyed.
But like his main mantra is like I'm just a hero who does this for fun.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, he still doesn't care whether he gets popular or not.
In episode 2, they kind of talked a lot about the ranking, and he's like, at first he's like, I don't care about it, but like, but Blizzard talked about it so much, like, and how in like A, it's hard to get to the top. So I feel like that might carry over throughout the whole season. It's going to be a lot about rankings, and I feel like it might get crumbled. I feel like the ranking system is going to go down.
Yeah, because he even said,
because it's like, exactly.
He even said like it doesn't matter like what rank you are. Like he's like
the purpose of being a hero.
Like, you can't. It was kind of like the trope of like you can't do this, and the protagonist is just like, no, you could do it if you try hard enough. Like that was like the whole like that really was the whole like.
See, that's why I think King is going to get exposed. I think that's going to start it. King's going to get exposed and be like, oh my god, like this nobody is an S rank. What the hell? Whatever we're doing.
Yeah, I think the first one to get exposed was that Tiger Fist dude from the Tank Top Tiger. Him and his brother got their ass beat, and they're like, "Oh, you cheated! You did something."
Let me see. Okay. So leading into the second episode, you see the guy from the Hero Association. He's trying to like get help because they're like it's like that whole calamity thing is like apparently coming, so they're trying to get him the help. And then, you see my boy Speeda sound Sonic in episode 1. He's like, nah.
Yeah, Sasuke.
I'm not about that shit. I'm not trying to join.
He's
but
like,
then
fuck that.
You get introduced to who seems to be the main villain for this season.
He basically like
who's fire.
He's like, I'll come back stronger. He's like,
he's basically like,
come back in a month to fuck y'all up or 6 months.
Yeah, he's like, he just goes like, yeah, I'm the strongest here. Everyone here could fight me now. And then he claps the 3 A-class heroes, and he claps everyone else in the room. And he's like cutting off arms and killing people. He's actually
Thanksgiving, just runs in.
And literally when the chairman is hiding, he tries calling the S rank heroes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He even said he was like that might be much for me. I'm gonna bounce. I'll see y'all in
6 months. That might be
stronger. So like that might be annoying to fight.
Potentially, when he comes back, he'll probably be the strongest we've seen since Boros. Right now, he's probably the strongest we've seen, besides like, I don't know, maybe like the psychic chick, and I guess maybe I don't know. I don't think Genos would beat him. I think he'd probably clap Genos even now.
Yeah.
Like in a
He
one-on-one.
probably clapped
Tatsumaki, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
Dude,
Genos
the-
completely
that's-
relies on
second
his
pick is
technology.
so fucking strong.
That's gonna be the Boros fight for this season, though. Like Saitama versus.
Hopefully you can take a punch. You'd be the strongest human you've ever seen.
Apparently, from what I heard, like this, like even if the animation's bad, I heard this story is going to be like fantastic.
Yeah, that's kind of what made me ignore the art style.
Yeah.
I mean, the storytelling was pretty good, so I was like, you know what, the story, the animation's not, it's not too bad.
The only complaint, not really even a complaint, because what the show's supposed to be, is just like you see this guy and he's so hyped up. And you see him clap all these heroes, and he's gonna come back and gonna be stronger. But in the end, Saitama's gonna like one-shot him or like do something. It's gonna be like
You know what's gonna happen. I mean, it's called One Punch Man. Like,
it's great because
he
know
has
it's gonna happen.
trope
But like,
powers. It's impossible to beat.
Yeah, you're not watching to like see if the hero wins. You know what's gonna happen. It's just like the awe of like what happens.
It's just.
I think in reality, we're just kind of watching how underestimates him and how everyone underestimates, and then he just proves them all wrong. He's like, "You're wrong," I'm trying to read the fucking shot.
Ooh, Genos though. I think Genos, not visually, but like
shiny
character-wise, he's just shiny as shit. The fucking. But
I think
he's gonna glow up this season more.
Yeah.
But hold on, about that, like Metal, I think is a lot shinier in this. Like when Genos fights the Sonic dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even like his armor on his arms, and then he had like the shurikens.
Oh yeah, the shurikens are so shiny.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort on that.
When they started fighting, crayon black.
Yeah.
Like
when they started
they didn't even
fighting,
look like metal. They look like they're made out of charcoal.
I was like so lit when they started fighting. The fighting was like good. It obviously wasn't like last season, but it was good. But what got me like turned was when you see Genos like throw a punch. You see like the multiple punches, like it's fucking
like he
machine gun blow.
Saitama did, yeah.
The Saitama thing. You're like
where he goes behind him and his eyes are glowing.
Yeah.
Like you see blitzes him and you're like, oh shit, this is from like last season.
They still do it. They still.
Well, like when I was like researching beforehand, this is the same studio that did some of the Naruto fight scenes, so like it can be good. Like Naruto, yeah,
get used to it. Maybe as the season goes on.
They did do Pain, yeah. So I mean,
the best fighting in
pain is greater
than yours.
Far greater than yours.
Yeah, I did that too.
Let me see. And then Sonic, I guess, to fight Saitama because like he's Genos is about to like blow up his house because fucking Genos.
I thought Genos was about to get smacked.
He might have got either A, gotten clapped, or B, Saitama was like actually about like
Well, yeah,
Saitama even said he's like you're not gonna fuck up my neighborhood. Plus, this is my battle. You're not gonna fight this for
my
me.
fucking house.
So then you see like freaking Sonic. He's like hitting Genos with like some absurd like
tenfold
thing, and then he goes a step up against Saitama, and then Saitama's like,
he just goes like fast sidestep, and
serious.
does the same just by stepping to the side.
The serious series, I'm like, bet, and he just starts like side jumping. He's fucking going.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't
serious side jump.
Like punch him.
It's just a shockwave.
He just shifts by him, and that's what knocks him out, fucks up his clothes, and puts him on.
Just the speed, yeah.
That shit is so crazy.
Go ahead.
Saitama fights is fucking sick. Like, even if it's one punch, like the shit he does is like so sick. Like he'll like sidestep things and like go faster than the speed of sound and like blow off somebody's clothes in one hit. It's fucking sick.
The thing I like about One Punch, it reminds me of Mob Psycho. It always gives you that little wholesome feeling.
Yeah.
At some point.
I think Mob does it better, obviously. But
yeah, obviously.
Yeah. But I think it's more because I don't know. Maybe it's because it's kids. But
like
it just it has
first season was like the like about like when they're going like fucking like they like the grocery shopping thing like where he's just doing some wholesome grocery shopping and then like the whole
oh no, I missed the sales.
Gets, like, destroyed. He's like taking the change out of the thing and he's like 1, 2, 3 here you go and then he's like and then like half the building's gone and everyone's gone. He's like
or when he's fighting that big dude in the lab. He's like, oh shit, I'm gonna miss a cell.
Yeah.
He just fucking uppercuts him.
He's like, wait a minute. he's like, it's like, what is it? He's like, he's like, wait a minute, it's Tuesday. That means, and then like as soon as he punches him, like the sale's over. Like he's just so pissed he missed out on the sale. Like totally not even like. Yeah, I mean this season he's kind of like more like he's more involved into the fight, which is like he's still disconnected somewhat, but it seems like he's gonna be more driven.
Do we know if
somewhat.
It's another 12 or if it's gonna be a 25? I would hope 25. I feel like
Probably 12.
Probably 12. Yeah.
I don't know how
No
much are they
fucking
even
way.
gonna fit into this season because they've even like in this episode for a 12 because like they in the episode 2 it's like the mask guy, the number 1 A rank hero.
Mhm.
You see him like clap he like claps a villain and like he kills him. Like so, because he has like this thing where like it's like if you're a villain, blah, you die or some dumb shit. I forgot what it is.
Because that guy's like the pretty boy that has like a comp, right? He has like a complex.
And like the way they make him sound is like the B rank chick, Blizzard chick. She's like, oh, like there's these 4 A rank guys like 4 through 2 are like crazy, like it's hard to get past them. And then he's like, there's no way anyone touches him.
Yeah,
so
he's.
like,
She said that they were all taught by like the S rank, like atomic samurai. Dude.
Samurai,
yeah. So like him, it's
yeah,
like, no
and
one
that
touches
he's
him.
at the top. Like they make it seem like that
He's definitely S.
he is S rank, but like in power,
said it
but
last season.
he just for some reason like he does what she does, like and lords over the class.
Yeah.
Like he's the leader of the A. Like he
like,
knows that like
Remember,
he doesn't want to go into S class because he knows like he'll just be like near the bottom. So he's like,
do you
fuck
remember
that,
the
I'll
guy
just be the leader.
from last season? I think he was either the S rank or the A rank. That's like the model guy.
That's him. Same guy.
Oh,
That's
same guy.
him,
Really?
yeah,
I thought
he's
he was.
like
I thought he was
different.
blonde.
Nah, he's the blue hair.
Nah.
But he's a psycho.
Yeah, so like I don't know like if they're gonna like how they're gonna deal if they're gonna deal with him for like maybe 2 or 3 episodes and then go to like this guy because it seems like there's a lot of stuff introduced, but then again,
They'll probably be doing other stuff in the meantime. They'll probably do some sort of time skip or something to do. Like they'll move it along. Like I have a feeling the pacing won't be a problem.
Because I mean, naturally,
They're gonna. I think they're gonna fight. Like he's gonna try to. Saitama's gonna try to like take his position by accident because of course he doesn't care for it.
yeah, he doesn't. He's just gonna casually, go through ranking. He's like, wait, I'm not gonna let you. I'm the fucking best. And Saitama's like, okay.
Yeah, I'll probably get to that point where like Saitama climbs into A class and he's about to go through.
Because without him knowing, he's gonna somehow get a bunch of allies. He's already got King and possibly Blizzard.
I don't know if King is much of an ally.
I think he definitely has Blizzard. Like at the end of the episode, she was like, why is Genos this S rank calling him master and
then
like,
King and him are getting along.
yeah, it's like how is he so like, cool with it?
Yeah, because also she's like so locked in the notion that like you need to be in like these factions, you need to like know how it works, but they're just all like, oh, none of that matters. Like we're
just hanging
if
out.
we're strong, like that rank doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Like the ranks don't matter because when it comes down to it, like you could be S rank, but when you don't do this and this, like what a hero's supposed to be, like what does that even matter? But
Yep.
she's like, oh, they can break the mold, like some Naruto shit. When
That's where
villain's
Saitama
like,
goes on the
"Oh,
rant.
no."
That's where Saitama goes on the rant saying if heroes are that much worried about rank and they're not worried about doing what they're supposed to do,
Like they're not heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, so far for being the first continuing anime, right, or continuation or 2nd season of the show, it's pretty.
That's not JoJo's, obviously.
That started this season.
Yeah, because I mean, we still have Attack on Titan coming in.
Yeah. So
And then Fairy Tail is going on right now as
yeah,
well.
a bunch of stuff going on. So we can talk about like those big like endings and stuff develops. But, I think for this season, One Punch will probably be the biggest story, unless Attack on Titan or some other shit has some crazy shit happen. But
I think Attack on Titan is supposed to be going into the crazy arc right now.
Oh, really?
Yep. Because it ended in a cliffhanger and a sneak peek to this season.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So
Then the last.
I gotta catch up on that before we get.
That's
into it.
I'm honestly that was Attack on Titan is the one I'm most excited for.
Really?
Attack on Titan, dude. The shit, dude. The first part of season 3, they just reveal they just explain so much, and you're just like, holy fuck, what is
Season
happening?
3 is so wholesome.
Don't say anything because I still haven't watched season 2 or.
Oh yeah,
I'm
not gonna say anything, but like all the
Mm-hmm.
almost every question you end up having about like every like the history, like Titans, like all this shit.
What's in his
like,
basement
shit that you don't even know about, like everything. Like you're just like, everything just like comes to light.
Yeah.
Like almost everything, like it like basically they find out one thing and then they're like, wait, and it just goes down this rabbit hole of like, wait, then that means this is you just learn a whole bunch of shit through them. Like, they uncover some shit and it just goes down this rabbit hole of like, wait, this explains like this, and this, and then they're trying to figure out like why all this happened, you know, all the history of it. And shit.
A lot of loose ends get tied.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like everything that's just like, oh, what about this? Like comes back. And
Lots
like,
of
wait,
questions get answered.
I have been told that this next season, though, a lot of more stuff is going to be shown.
Let's not
a lot.
Oh
more
yeah,
Let's
like
not spoil it for me before I shoot someone. So
because a guy at my work spoiled part of it, but yeah, it's going to be very good.
Bet. All right. For One Punch, back to One Punch. Are we gonna call it? What are we calling it so far? Season 2.
I'm gonna give it an optimistic 6.
I'm gonna give it like a 9.
A 9.
Just because of the art.
See if.
So I'm not gonna go like 11 out of 10. No, I'm not gonna go off the meter. I'm like 10's the best. I think just the art takes it down a little bit, and then it not being as kind of dopey and funny as one was. I think to me it takes it down to a 9.
Yeah, I'll go with season 1 being a 13 out of 10. Season 2, 9.
9.
I'm gonna give it an optimistic 6.
I'm gonna say a rising, as in like it's kind of just going up. Like that second episode really proved to me that like this can work and this could definitely.
Yeah, it definitely can be good.
I think it's rising, but my current is like this is like 7. You know, in that
give it like I'd put it like
in between.
Yeah.
For the spice meter,
I'd give it an 8, just because the art does hit it. But once you get used to it, I feel like it'll go back into like the 10.
They'll go back up. Yep.
Here's the thing: other like with Faragon and Demon Slayer, we didn't have any any hype behind it. We didn't know what the fuck it is.
It just kind of came out.
Yeah. But this, we have just so much hype. We waited so long for season 2, and I just feel like if it's not perfect,
it'd be hard to
realize.
I don't know, because like when I was going into it, like I saw like it got changed like all the way back in like 2017 or whatever when they said it changed studios. I was like, oh fuck. Let's hope they don't fuck it up. So I was like,
over that. I don't think it'll catch the first season unless the story like blows me away. But it'll get close. It could probably even go past 10 as long as I get used to the art style, because that's really the only thing holding it back for me right now. But other than that, for One Punch, do we have any quick honorable mentions? Any honorable mentions for this season? Anything to look out for?
Of this season? I don't think so.
If you want wholesome, there's Fruits Baskets.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
that's a remake.
Yeah.
I mean,
then you have which is technically the predecessor to Steins Gate.
Yeah, that's true.
Top 10.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
If you try and get blessed up on your eyes,
titties.
Unnecessary. Can we take like a 2-minute segment on that show?
That show is the equivalent to just like watching like
softcore hentai.
Yes, but it's like if watching like a good ass show is like watching some fucking masterpiece being created, then like that show is basically like watching like a car fire. Like you enjoy it just because of the
like it's like wow,
that's pretty cool.
But like when it's over, you're like, that was crazy. Yeah, like it's got like this you're only interested in it because it's crazy.
Oh, and there's this other one which is about a guy who is miserable, and a fox spirit comes to visit him, basically takes care of him.
So that is always.
Yeah.
Okay. Any final touches on any of the anime we've talked about today?
Well, I know we bagged on a lot, but this season is going to be good. Everybody go check these shows out. And just let us know how you like them.
Oh yeah, we could just be total idiots, and like, you know, One Punch could be trash, Demon Slayer could be garbage, and Fairy Gone could be like the second coming of Naruto.
Oh
But
God,
you know.
Fairy Gone is gonna be the second coming of Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus.
but these are just our opinions.
CGI Jesus.
But feel free to crucify us in the comments too, because I'm down for that. It just means we're getting.
These shows are only 2 episodes in, so you know this is just from our first reactions to them, and we'll definitely do one at the end of the season and recap it all, and we'll look back and see if we were right or wrong.
Yes, sir.
So if you guys made it to the end, you are lit. If you guys did,
podcast.
I was gonna say, if you did, also subscribe to the YouTube channel. What's happening?
Ubuntu.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yeah, it was weird happening. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow the podcast on Twitter in the description.
Reddit.
Peep some of the other videos if you're into Game of Thrones. We have 2 videos up on reviews of the episode and even predictions.
And we'll have a lot more coming out. Don't worry, guys.
The game companies, episode 1 covers shitty game companies. So, other than that, though, I think that's going to do it for episode number 5 of the Raid Chat podcast. Hope you guys did enjoy, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.